Estongo Seminole, Jeremy FULTZ Chahojifgados for one day only. And I'm live from my home studio, but technically it's a pre-recorded radio show today. But we wanted to send some healing thoughts out to our communications director, Bo WHITEKILLER. Mark is out of town, and the Seminole Nation tribal offices are still officially closed. So someone had to do the radio show, and Dennis, guess who got the call today? Honey, yeah, I got the call. I kind of feel like one of those minor league pitchers that get called up to the major leagues, Dennis. The big leagues here every Tuesday at 11 a.m. on the legendary KWSH 97.7 FM and 1260 AM on your radio dial. And so we have a few announcements today. May not be the longest radio show since I'm flying solo here, but I'll do my best and see if we have a special segment coming up, if we get a guest, and hopefully we do. So on to the announcements. Announcement number 1, attention Seminole Nation tribal members. The Seminole Nation Judgment Fund, the clothing program application has been revised. So please submit the revised clothing program application. The funding for clothing program remains the same at $100 per tribal enrolled children ages 4 years old through 19 years old. So that's pre-K through your senior year of high school. The applications for download are now available on the Seminole Nation of Oklahoma website, the Tribal Services tab, and the Judgment Fund when you drop down on the menu. I actually went there right before filming this, and so the announcement's on the front page of the SNO website. Again, that's sno-nsn.gov, and it was right on the front page. If you scroll down on the web page, it had, I believe, today's date or yesterday's date, and it'll get you right there to that announcement. But you can also click on the Tribal Services tab and click Judgment Fund. And then as of this date, the Seminole Nation Judgment Fund, the office is closed to the public. So please mail all clothing applications starting August 1st of 2020. Again, please download and mail the revised application. If you do not have access to the website, please call the office at 405-382-0549, and we will mail the applications directly to you. And then the Seminole Nation Clothing Program is from August 1st, 2020 to September 30th of each year. And then also another announcement from the Seminole Nation Tribal Court. The court clerk's office can be reached at 405-303-2251. Again, the Seminole Nation Tribal Court clerk's office can be reached at 405-303-2251. So make sure you get the word out and please share. And the 2020 Seminole Nation of Oklahoma Higher Ed BIA scholarship is now available. Our friend Clara, my cousin Clara, over at Higher Ed, has these applications available, or you can also get them from the SNO website. Again, that's sno-nsn.gov. And the application is also on the website. If you have any questions, you can call 405-716-6040. And I know Clara was in the office one day last week when the applications became available. I'm not sure if she's still in the office again, or the administrative offices in the Seminole Nation is still currently closed. However, the office, if you did want to swing by, 215 East Evans in Seminole, Oklahoma, 74868. But before just swinging by, I would make sure someone's there. So also make sure you call 405-716-6040. With the tribal offices still officially closed before showing up anywhere, I would recommend also making that phone call to whatever office you're wanting to go to, just to see if anyone's in the office, and also to see if there's a change in protocol. I know the complex for the employees have a new protocol in place due to COVID-19. And even though those offices are closed to the public, the employees and the administration is making sure that the protocols are already in place. So also, if you're looking for a job, Indeed.com is the place to go to get that checked out. Again, that's Indeed.com, Indeed.com. And there are several job openings listed right now on the website, and I've got it pulled up, and I'm going to go ahead and read some of those off for you. If you can't tell, I'm actually filming this in front of my computer, so that's why you get a good shot of me today instead of the nice studios over at KWSH. And so we're making do today. And so some of the jobs available: the administrative assistant for SINDOC, which is a full-time position, is available. A full-time cashier at the Travel Plaza. A full-time cashier at Trading Post. IT technician, which is a part-time for SINDOC. Drop count clerk for Gaming Enterprise. Cage cashier for Gaming Enterprise. Environmental protection technician, temporary part-time for SINDOC. Cashier full-time at River Mist. EVS attendant for Gaming Enterprise. Manager on duty, Gaming Enterprise. Players Club attendant, a main banker, security officer, slot shift lead supervisor, and a cook for Seminole Nation Gaming Enterprise. And then on page 2, there's 2 pages of available jobs. A security manager for the Seminole Nation Gaming Enterprise, and EVS lead for the Kanawha River Mist, the Seminole Nation Gaming Enterprise. So several jobs available right now. So if you're looking, make sure you go to Indeed.com and apply for one of them positions. And just to let everyone know that Wewoka, so the Trading Post and River Mist casinos are opening daily at 2 p.m. And the I-40 casino is opening at noon daily. So still no official word on the reopening of the administrative and the nation. So the Seminole Nation is still officially closed right now, and the tribal offices are still officially closed. And then there's still no official word on Seminole Nation days. Right now I know the Choctaws canceled the Labor Day Festival down southeast Oklahoma, and Creek Nation didn't have their festival this year, and I'm not sure about Cherokee Nation. Usually they go on the same Labor Day weekend, and I'm sure that one will be looked at, and if not closed, will probably be canceled. So no official word though on Seminole Nation days as of today. And again, join us every Tuesday, KWSH 97.7 FM. 1260 a.m. for your radio show every Tuesday at 11. And then the playback every Wednesday night on Facebook and YouTube. Usually those go up about 8 p.m. in the evening and 8:30 on YouTube. So 8 p.m. on Facebook, 8:30-ish around on YouTube, unless we have any upload issues, which sometimes that happens with the internet. So at this point, Joe COON, the former language director for Seminole Nation of Oklahoma, joined me for a sit-down talk on Zoom. And so we got to enjoy talking a little bit about his Facebook page and what he's doing in his retirement. And here we go. Jeremy, go ahead and take it away.
All right. And we're live with Joe COON on Zoom on Monday night. How's the Zoom call treating you, Joe?
Well, I was a little hesitant, but it looked like it's going to go good. It's first time ever doing it.
Good deal. And so I brought Joe on to the radio show today because we are kind of shorthanded with Bo being sick and Mark's out of town. And so I figured we'd bring it back to the old days when we first started, Joe.
Yeah, I missed them days.
Me too. You've been doing a lot of stuff on Facebook here lately. Tell us a little bit about your Facebook page.
Well, I kind of changed it. It was mostly native hymns when I started. And I thought, well, you know, about a month ago, I decided I wasn't getting much response, actually. And I decided I was just going to take it off the air. And my sister passed away. And at her wake service, there were a lot of people that came up and said, "Hey, I'm learning from your page." And so I was inspired by that. And I said, well, I'll keep it up for a little while longer, and decided to do a whole lot more language on this time around.
So let people know what the Facebook page's name is.
The Facebook page name is Native Hymns, Muskogee Language Beginners. And we got about almost 4,300 registered on that group page, and but normally I hear from around 200 or so. Sometimes more, sometimes less.
And I've noticed that you've been doing the alphabet, going through some of the video.
Yeah, and that's really kind of hard to teach because you know what I'm talking about. I haven't covered the E's yet, and that's kind of tricky on the E part, on the vowels, as you well know.
Yeah.
And but we're going to get there. I think we got a good start.
Good. And there's a lot of songs on there as well, I guess. From how long have you had the page for?
You know, I couldn't even tell you. I had that page before I went to work out there, and I actually took some of our stuff that we done and put it on there. And everything that comes through, if you put something on there and I like it, I'll swing it on over to my page. Delaney's the same way, and whoever else might have something, you know, that can help with the language. I put it on our page.
Yeah, Delaney, he is on your page. Bagana video.
Pagana. Yeah, I didn't have no Pagana this year.
So let's talk a little bit about COVID. I know you've been on retirement. Are you enjoying retirement, Joe?
Absolutely. I get up around 9:30, somewhere around there. Sometimes a little later, sometimes a little earlier. But I enjoy what I'm doing. This group page is really, I just do it on my spare time. And if I don't have much going, well, I'll put a lot of stuff on there. The latest thing I've changed actually is that you remember we went to a language summit before I left there, and they were talking about videoing our mouths moving, and while we was teaching language. Well, I was a little hesitant about it, but these last two I did record my mouth moving when I was speaking the language, and so we're going to see how it goes. I feel a little awkward doing it, but we're going to go with it for a while.
I've been kind of looking at some of the responses, and it seems like that people are responding pretty good to it, though.
Yeah, they are. And some of the ones that should have just been kind of hit and miss, and they're starting to get into trying to learn the language. And I think that there's been some people that come on there that have really important things to say and to sing. And I thought there's a young lady from, I don't know what town she's from, but her name is Elissa, and she sang God Our Creator, and that's a very hard song to sing, especially for somebody who's fairly new at singing. And she did a beautiful job, and I thought, wow, I'm really impressed. And so it's people like that that really inspire me to keep going.
Nice. And so when I talked to you this afternoon, I told you to have a couple songs prepared for tonight when we were going to talk. Do you have a couple songs ready to go? I know you're Joe COON. I know you already have some songs ready to go.
Well, one of my favorite songs, it was my favorite for a long time. I'm just going to sing a couple verses of it. And it's I don't know why it's so meaningful to me, I guess, because it's I don't know which book it's in.
I'll have to follow you out of one of my books.
It's
my white book.
you know, and I don't even know.
Tore up.
Well, you just have to find it because, you know, at my age, I forget things. So I forget what the title is. It's Migos Ibe Fulana. And I don't know what page it's on. I think it's close to the front, somewhere around 30 maybe. And it has a lot of meaning for me. And then the second one I'm going to sing is they call it a dismissal song, but I've been asked to sing that quite a few times at funerals. After the end of the funeral, I get to sing that. They always ask me to lead that song and sing it. And so it's gotten to be kind of one of the things that I like to sing. So you want me to go ahead and start?
Yeah, and on the playback, yes. I'm going to sing with you, but right now I'll let you sing by yourself so there's not like a delay. But I'll go back in and I'll sing with you.
Oh, okay. All right. Miko sabi Olanan Jesus lay kanapo ibis Miko sabi Olanan Jesus lay kanapo ibis Miko sapa yana tote sakit apo The next song is the dismissal song, and I got to where I really like to sing this, and sometimes I sing it a little slower than what they probably want, but it's very touching, and it talks about you know, we've gathered here together, and we want your spirit among us, but if we should leave this earth, then we want to go to where you're at, and so and find our eternal rest there. Chimiko sapi yaki mo sin dim wahis chin hit ki dan po walas mo misi o wahijas mo minya mai kana in kapa kagi yopa chin leki tanto legit pi kapi tanpo yachi. Amen.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm going to go ahead and turn it back over to myself on the other side. So, Adam G. Joffley's Joe, Mado.
Nah.
And I'm back. Well, kind of. I've ever really left. I'm not sure. It's kind of weird when you're flying solo and you're doing the radio show, but then the recorded was actually you, and so it's kind of weird doing them transitions. But we'll get it worked out. Last Thursday, actually just a couple other things left before we let y'all go today. Last Thursday, the Supreme Court in a 5-4 vote, Justice Neil Gorsuch announces a majority opinion in the McGirt versus Oklahoma case and rules that a broad swath of eastern Oklahoma remains tribal land for purposes of federal criminal law. And per his quote, on the far end of the Trail of Tears was a promise. We are asked whether the land these treaties promise remains an Indian reservation for purposes of federal criminal law. Because Congress has not said otherwise, we hold the government to its word. And that was Justice Gorsuch releasing the opinion from the Supreme Court in a 5-4 vote. A lot of Indian country was happy, and the 5 tribes did put out a joint statement on Thursday that said the state of Oklahoma, the Muskogee Creek Nation, Cherokee Nation, Chickasaw Nation, Choctaw Nation, and the Seminole Nations released a joint statement today following the U.S. Supreme Court ruling in the McGirt versus Oklahoma case. The state, the Muskogee Creek, Cherokee, Chickasaw, Choctaw, and Seminole Nations have made substantial progress towards an agreement to present the Congress and the U.S. Department of Justice addressing and resolving any significant jurisdictional issues raised by the U.S. Supreme Court's decision in McGirt versus Oklahoma. The nations and the state are committed to ensuring that Jimpsy McGirt, Patrick Murphy, and all other offenders face justice for the crimes for which they are accused. We have a shared commitment to maintaining public safety and long-term economic prosperity for the nations and Oklahoma. The nations and the state are committed to implementing a framework of shared jurisdiction that will preserve sovereign interest and rights to self-government while affirming jurisdictional understandings, procedures, laws, and regulations that support public safety, our economy, and private property rights. We will continue our work confident that we can accomplish more together than any of us could alone. And so that came out Thursday, which was a good decision by the Supreme Court. All of Indian country seemed to be happy about that, but the tribes right now focused on making sure the accused, Jimsy McGirt and Patrick Murphy, and all the offenders still face the justice for the crimes for which they are accused. And one last thing on our announcements is our very own Angela Marshall. Happy birthday. I think she is 21 today. So, Angela Marshall, happy birthday. And with that and this ruling, it's a beautiful day in Indian country today. And that's all. And for Bo Whitekiller, Mark Williams, Delaney Pinnock, Edwin Marshall, Joe COON, and myself, Jeremy FULTZ, Mado, and Jihi Joffley.